Good morning. I'm just going to come on here and do a voiceover. If you had a chance to look at my previous video, I kind of don't feel well, came down with a cold. But I just want to share and go ahead and be obedient to the Lord and share this dream that God gave me yesterday. And he been nudging at my heart. I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, and it is currently 7:43. But and he was like, okay, go ahead, share the he was like, share the dream, and he told me exactly how to um, edit the photos that you see up here. So the dream was, I know, how everything is in a dream is kind of different, but I'm gonna just give you like the two pointers, excuse me, of the dream. So I know in the dream, I was um I was seeing people from my past, like not just like maybe far off past, but people that I used to hang around. And in a dream, I was seeing that they were like kind of still doing the same thing, going through the same routines, same motions of things of life. And then I just know like the second part of my dream, I was at I think at like maybe a church event, and it had to be a church event. But I say after we left the event, I was surrounded by people that I did know, but they was like from it was people that I used to go to school with in elementary, and a couple of other people that I couldn't maybe identify. But yeah, we were walking somewhere, somewhere like downtown, kinda, and we was walking, but we had a destination, and we had I guess, a preacher. It was a preacher that I know that I have listened to before, but he was the one leading us, and so, yeah, he was leading us, and we were walking, getting to our destination, and kind of in the midst of the walk, we was kind of like, oh my God, we just had this whole little conference event, and now we're walking and everything. And he had turned around and said something kind of like encouraging along the way. But then my dreams be going from here to there. Then I know the last part of my dream, it ended up being like I was in cheerleading, but we didn't have any uniform on. We didn't have the pom poms or anything on. But excuse me. But the people that I know that I was walking with, and I went to the event with, the church event with, they was lifting me up like we were doing a stunt, like we were doing a cheerleading stance. So yeah, that's what the dream was about. So far my understanding, and I knew then that the Lord was speaking to me about you know your surroundings, and the people that who you got to examine, who do you have in your life, and the people that you are friends with. It's not to say they are just like completely the most terrible person, but it's like you have to, in this year, if you want to see something different, you have to be mindful of the circles and the tables that you're sitting at this time. And you may be on a path where you like, I've been doing the same thing, dealing with the same people, whether it's co-workers, spouses, lovers, family members, all of that, and you're still unfulfilled, and it's not pushing you to the place where you want to become, you know. And so God is just saying, be mindful of who you allow in your life. I know for myself, I'm taking this year very personal. It don't mean no harm. I don't mean no harm, but for me, I know what I need to do, and I know what God asked me to do. So, you want to be around people that's going to support you and uplift you. You don't want to look around and be in unnecessary drama that you don't have to be in. So, God is just giving out this warning and telling his children to take heart and take heed. Um, we, allow the Lord to purify your heart, you know, allow the Lord to cleanse your mind, set you on the path that you should go so you won't have to keep encountering going through unnecessary trauma and things that God don't even want for you in your life. So, I know it's a story in the Bible. I can't really remember, but I do know this part of it. You probably heard it before. It was a paralyzed man, and his friends. Jesus was speaking at the time, and his friends that he had around him, they picked him up and they couldn't get through the crowd of the people that was listening to the listening to Jesus. So they went above and beyond for this man, and they dropped him down through the ceiling, a hole through the ceiling, just so he can get to Jesus. Those are the kind of people that you want surrounding you. Those are the kind of people that you want when you feeling stagnant and you're down, or you're feeling like, you're feeling kind of stuck, or you getting to the point where you're a little depressed, you're losing heart, you your heart is growing weary. You want people around you that's going to pick you up and lift you up and build you up with the word of God in your life, you know. So you don't want to keep being around people that just really don't mean you any good. They don't even, and they don't mean they're doing it on purpose. Sometimes they don't even mean themselves any good. So you got to have that self control and discipline, even when you are in a season of isolation within yourself with God, and say, I'm not going to get in my own way. You know, picking up bad habits. You got to have self control and discipline. Um, with yourself as well. So I just wanted to share that, because I know the Lord, He woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning to share this and do what I needed to do. And I just pray that everybody, um, just find a time to meditate on these words, and take it up with God. Don't just listen to anything that I have to say and just run with it. Always show yourself approved and read the word for yourself and ask the Lord to bring you clarity and bring you confirmation if this is something in a word for you. So be encouraged, and I pray that everybody today have a blessed morning and a blessed day.